To find the suspect in a credit card fraud case. Beach police say the woman you see here used a stolen credit card to buy more than $2,000 worth of merchandise at the
Notice there ain't no tag on the front of the vehicle.
The woman then got into a dark-colored truck with a stripe on the side. Anyone with information is asked to call Panama City Beach Police 233-5000 or Crime Stoppers at 785-TIPS.
The Bay District School Board says they've
I find it awfully interesting that if that vehicle had a front tag that was issued by the state on the front and back, they would have been able to get this vehicle. It seems to me only when the cops want to find a vehicle, it's okay to use general description. But if somebody happens to be reporting these American enemy boom car punk motherfuckers, and because where I live, the speed is an easy 45 miles an hour. They go so fast. I'm near a curve, so it's very easy, very hard for me to tell. Once they go around the curve, they're gone. And on my side of the street, all I see is the front of the vehicle, and there's no tags on them. And there's very few states that require tags on the front of the vehicles. In the state of Florida, they don't require a tag on the front of the vehicle. So, here I am, the goddamn lying motherfucking clown cop is saying that I did not give the proper descriptions and that my calls were not legitimate. Man, you just don't know how bad I want to put that motherfucker in prison when I get him under his goddamn lies. And the cops, as far as I can see, they've been protecting these boom car punk American enemies. They can't find them, but if somebody's quietly drinking a beer in the bushes, oh, they can hear the rustle of the bushes, but they can't hear them American enemy boom car punk motherfuckers. They put ambulance and fire department people in danger under 80610 of the Florida statutes. It's the duty of the sheriff's department under 3015 of the Florida statutes to arrest every one of these punks. They can even form a posse out of the citizens and force them to turn in these boom car punks, to arrest them. But they won't do that. Even our Florida Constitution, Article 2, Section 7 of the Florida Constitution says unnecessary noise will not be tolerated. Just the way the drugs are being dealt is under 874, criminal gang signaling instrumentalities. They can take away their vehicles under 932 contraband. When you hear one of them breaking into your home with the concussion of the speaker, that's 81002 of the Florida statutes. That's a 15-year prison sentence. When you hear them on your eardrums, where they're busting your eardrums, that's 784 of the Florida statutes. It's absolutely amazing. No matter how many laws I look up, even though the cops swore an oath under 876 of the Florida statutes to support and defend the Florida Constitution, and it's a $5,000 fine and 5 years in prison if anybody does not uphold and support and defend the state Florida Constitution. But Mark Anderson had that taken off a long time ago. Well, when Kathleen Harris was the Secretary of State of the state of Florida many years back, it used to have on the voters' registration that they will support and defend the Florida Constitution under the threat of prison. But these boom car punks can go up and down the road. Boom car punks have even held their meetings in the Mason's Temple. So I wonder what the hell goes on in the meetings there. So now, I'm facing charges, Jimbikeman, under harassing phone calls, because all I was trying to do, which is actually something called duress, which is under 776, I think it's 016 of the Florida statute, it's called duress. And not only that, there's something called willful blindness when the cops look the other way. So I'm under entrapment, which is an automatic acquittal. I'm under duress, which is under an automatic acquittal. So all I did was the only thing I had available to me was to call the idiot clowns in the first place. And the truth of the matter is, if the cops had done something about the boom cars in the first place, I wouldn't be calling in the first place. Now, another thing that they like to do, they like to say, oh, well, we got bigger fish to fry. That's a low priority. Yeah, but them motherfuckers make sure that they got their goddamn cars out in front of their fucking place so that they have a crime-free bubble in their area. In my area, there's a cop who's got, idiot motherfucker's got his car out there. There's this bullshit group called Lower 100. You would think that Lower 100, this bullshit group that came in the town with their propaganda bullshit, would immediately make it to where no sheriff and no cop, if they bring their car home, cannot have it out where it's visible. These stupid motherfuckers are so selfish and so greedy, they don't even give a shit about the safety of their fucking family. Just as long as they got a goddamn crime-free motherfucking zone. They don't give a shit about anybody else. That's the biggest goddamn lie going. And then the perfect crime that cops do is when they declare the true victim, the criminal, and they declare the true criminal the victim. I had a guy by the name of Danny Cashmere Pipers pull a fucking knife out of me. By the grace of God, I believe it is, I had a camera and I took pictures showing this motherfucker pulling a knife out on me, and the cops writing down his side, and then Lisa Stutzel, the so-called prosecuting attorney, says the victim no longer wants to press charges. Well, why didn't she pick up the charges? And then the average person doesn't know the dirtiest motherfucker. It's not your state's attorney. It's not your cops. It's not the investigator against you. It's your goddamn public pretenders. Them motherfuckers routinely will waive a speedy trial. I spent 6 months in the Bay County fucking jail in Florida trying to get a jury trial. Next thing I know, I'm hauled out to fucking Chattahoochee, Florida, a so-called mental hospital where crazy shit goes on 24 hours a day. It's absolutely amazing. They are so afraid to get the truth out, that an innocent person can get the truth out, that they'll go out of the way to put false charges on somebody. And then I'm not the one that pursued these fucking charges. That idiot fucking clown striker, Panama City idiot motherfucker, he's the one that did it. And then we got this B. Johnson. I don't know his first name, but anyway, he specifically stated that I have a right to call anytime there's a crime. Well, gee whiz, do the cops decide what crimes citizens have no right whatsoever? Are we actually under a total dictatorship and we just ain't been fucking told yet? Now, as I'm speaking, I'm trying to alert people about something called Jade Helm 15, of where they're going to be putting on these fucking play war games in the United States, pretending like they're going to use citizens as prisoners. How do we know that they ain't going to take them off and they're never going to come back? Here's another thing, too. This is supposed to be, I think it's 10 states that this is going to be going on. Once they got their missiles there, once they got their tanks there, once they got their super sophisticated weapons, who's going to remove them from the United States? Who is so fucking stupid? Just when did the American enemies infiltrate the cops? Just when? Why is it that the cops for years and years and years allow these fucking boom car punks to go up and down the road that emit a low frequency sound called a subwoofer? These motherfuckers even advertise that they hate people, that they're going to do as they goddamn well please as little fucking spoiled goddamn brats. But at the same time, innocent citizens can't even live in peace in their home. There's something called stand your ground law. I'm in my home. These motherfuckers have made my home a prison, not a paradise. So I'm wondering, are Americans been so brainwashed that we're told we're free, just like if you put a parrot in a cage and you tell the parrot, you teach it to say I'm free, and it's still in a cage. Are they free? So the point is I for years and years and years have tried jump through their hoops, go to meetings and everything like that. I went to school board meeting. I believe it was 2010 I went to a school board meeting where Johnny Brock was there, James McAllister, Thelma Rowan were some of the school board members, people there. I think his name is Mike Smith or something like that of the Panama City Idiot Clown Department. So-called salvage Santa bullshit motherfucker. And I specifically asked him to get rid of the boom cars. I've gone to council meetings and tried to get rid of the fucking boom cars. I even had a so-called Bay County Commission who used to be a sheriff at one time had me arrested March 13th, 1999, and I believe it was August 20th, 1999, where all I was trying to do was live in my home in peace, and there was a fucking club called Thunderbirds, and there was another one called Boomers, and they would dump their bass till like fucking 4 o'clock in the morning. Yeah, we've had a goddamn criminal enterprise, and then when I try to call the fucking FBI and I try to call the Florida Department of Law Enforcement, fucking idiot motherfuckers, and I try to call everybody, do everything in a peaceful manner, what do I get? They all back each other up. FDLA, Florida, fucking lying dumb idiots is basically framers for the cops. Fumbling, bumbling idiots is the FBI. They're basically framers for the cops. So anyway, this is Jimbikeman here. I find it awfully interesting that I'm the one who's facing charges, but not the cops that were protecting American enemies, which is a felony under United States Code Title 18, 241, 242. It's a $10,000 fine, 10 years in prison. Jimbikeman, signing off.